After I lost my son at 17 weeks, I needed some support, but I didn't know where to go. Later on, I met Kim Kelly as my client, and then she started a support group, and I joined it. And it was so amazing and so healing for me. So today, I'd like to interview Kim Kelly, our support group leader, our peer support coordinator, and have her answer a few questions for you who might be thinking about support and how wonderful it is. Hi, Kim. Thanks for coming on. So, first of all, I'd like to ask you, when do these support groups happen?
So we have two different support groups. The first is a general peer support group, and we meet on the second Thursday of the month on Zoom at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. And then we also have a Rainbow Baby group, which is newer, and that meets on the fourth Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. on Zoom Eastern Standard.
So, Kim, who can attend a support group meeting?
So the general peer support group is for anyone who has ever had a loss, no matter what the gestation. We've had people come that only knew they were pregnant for 2 days, and I've had people come third trimester. I've had people come to the group that the baby lived for 10 days. So it really is just a general meeting. Any loss at all, any pregnancy loss at all, are more than welcome to come. And then our Rainbow Baby group is a little bit more specific. It is for anyone that is currently pregnant or if they've already had their rainbow baby. Now, the term rainbow baby to some people sounds a little funny, but a rainbow baby is basically a baby that is born after loss. In a nutshell, it's just the rainbow after the storm. And there's a beautiful way to say it, but that's basically what it is in a nutshell. And so that is the Rainbow Baby group.
So, Kim, what happens at these meetings?
So basically, we have a 6-month rotation of topics. And so we start every meeting with a introduction. Everyone has the opportunity to tell their story if they want to. I think this is really important because I find that telling your story is very healing. Different parts of your story will come out, and I feel like whatever is on your heart is what's going to come out of your story. So I find that it is very healing to tell your story. So I give everyone the opportunity to do that. Then we do our topic, whatever that might be that month. And then we kind of have an open discussion about it. How does that relate to you? How does that relate to your loss or your situation? Then we kind of open the floor to, is there anything that has happened this month that you want to talk about? Is there anything that's on your heart that, might be beneficial to someone else in the group today? So I let anyone that wants to, talk about off topic things.
So, when someone tells their story, is it always the same story every month, or do different parts of it come out, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I do find that, you have a story about your baby that has died. And sometimes you have more than one baby that has died. So, sometimes your story is really short and sometimes your story is really long. But I do find that you are going to tell different parts of your story. It is hard to tell your baby story from start to finish in one day, because every time you tell it, it just comes out a little bit different. So you've lived it, you know how it happened, but you're going to remember different things. It's going to hit you a little bit different every day.
What do you mean different parts of your story come out?
Well, you lived the loss of your baby. So it's hard to tell it word for word, minute for minute, hour to hour about everything that happened during your pregnancy loss. So when you tell the story, different parts will naturally come out. And I find that anything that is heavier on your heart about your story just naturally comes out.
So, what topics do you talk about? You said there's a 6-month rotation. What are the topics?
So we talk about moving on. We talk about how pregnancy loss affects your relationships with your spouse, with your significant other, with your family members, coworkers, close family members, friends. We talk about how to handle the holidays or anniversaries of death or things like that. We talk about what is grief. You know, what is grief and how is grief different for a pregnancy loss? We talk about how pregnancy loss affects children in your house. We also talk about how to forgive yourself and others.
Once you start the rotation, do you have to come to every single meeting?
Absolutely not. Now, it is beneficial to come to all of them because every topic is really healing and it really does help you move forward in your grief, but you are absolutely not bound to the meetings. You can decide, you can't do it this rotation, but you only want to come to that meeting next rotation. Or you might decide, this topic really doesn't really apply to me, so I don't really want to come to it. And that's fine too. Or maybe just life happens and you just can't be there. It is totally fine. You are not bound to the meetings at all if you come to one. Obviously, we want you to be there, and I love to see everyone, but you're absolutely not bound.
So Kim, does somebody have to start at a certain point in the rotation, or you can start at any point?
You can start at any point. You are welcome at any point. Pregnancy loss happens at such different times of the year, obviously. So I don't want anyone to feel like they have to wait 6 months to start meetings. They don't build on each other. They're very independent meetings.
So Kim, the Rainbow Baby meetings, how are they different in topic than the regular pregnancy loss meetings?
So they're basically the same topics, but we'll take it a step farther. So, for example, if we are talking about how pregnancy loss affects your relationship with your husband or significant other, we might say, okay, you've had your rainbow baby, but now you're scared to death to get pregnant again because you've had, one or two or however many losses, and then you've had your rainbow baby. So how does that change now that you've had your rainbow baby? Are you wanting more children? Are you on the same page about that? Are you too scared to get pregnant? So there's just a different layer of everything in the rainbow baby group meetings, but basically the same topics.
And what else would you like to tell us about these support meetings?
I just want to say that peer support groups are just a safe place to come and talk about your feelings. There's not many opportunities where you can be in one place where there are 5 or 10 other people that are experiencing something very similar to what you may be going through with pregnancy loss. So it really is a good opportunity to help you know you are not alone in your grief, that you're not the only one that feels the way you do, and that the way you feel is completely normal. So I just want everyone to know that the peer support group meetings are just a safe place to come and just talk.
Thank you, Kim, for all this wonderful information you have for us. I want everybody out there to know that there is an ID and a password that keeps everything private, so you don't have to worry about anybody hearing anything that you're saying. Also, I want you to know that this is free. This is completely free. It's done through donations to Heaven's Gain Ministries, and you don't have to worry about the cost. You don't have to worry about anybody hearing you. It is just a gift. And Kim has a gift. She has a gift for running these peer support meetings. I went to her peer support meeting and it was very healing for me many years ago. And that's why I brought her on the Heaven's Gain team. I want her to have this healing presence among so many people. And I thank God that she's on our Heaven's Gain team because she can make a big difference in your life like she has in mine and in my healing. So please contact us. Go to www.heavensgain.org and contact Kim and let her know you want to be a part of this support meeting. Thank you so much and God bless. Bye-bye.